Hello. Okay. Yeah, leave it here. Thank you. Copy, block copy. Manoj, come in. Come in.
You are the HR guy. पहले आना चाहिए.
BSS, please come in. Would you mind taking that?
अच्छा लगा है. Born and brought up in Mumbai. Lafda and you were loyal. With all the problems of Mumbai, I was great man. And Eknath Shinde, the chief minister, I don't know. That is a different subject also. I think it's too early in the day that it's subject.
Hello. Folks, can everyone take the chairs? There are a lot of chairs there. Please assemble. Amar?
We have actually taken it a notch up.
Okay, good afternoon. Guys, that's it. That's the only energy in LTM entry. Wow, awesome. Thank you.
Like the merger.
Didn't like the merger, right? Guys, let's try one more time. Good afternoon, LTM entry. I hope it's fine. Okay, thank you. Yeah, naturally. That's from Hyderabad, and it's you're all hearing from Mr. KTR, so naturally the voices will go up. Good afternoon, warm welcome to all of you guys. I know these days coming to work itself is a big deal. Work is happening wherever you are, but I think the workspaces, in last few minutes I've been interacting with many people who are watching these spaces. They're saying they want to come from tomorrow. Thank you so much for allowing to inaugurate today, Nachiket. And we have flights, we have beaches, we have metros, and I'm sure not just the photo opportunity, we have a nice place to work too. Without any further ado, I want to kick off today. Those of you haven't seen me before, I go with a long Indian name, but short Jit. Born, brought up this part of the world and enjoying Hyderabad life for last 10 plus years. Of course, in a prior company, had the opportunity to work with Mr. KTR sir, with the government, but now with LTM Mindtree. A warm welcome, and we can't find a better day than today when the integration is happening this week. And I'm proud to say globally, this is the first city we are doing integrated new facility. And what else is more important? I think we are getting the person who is the IT icon at the contemporary times other than Honorable Minister KTR Garu. Thank you so much for taking time and doing this, sir. On behalf of LTI Mindtree Management, thank you so much for taking time. And also, let me do a quick introductions. And I know some of us, or most of us, joined in the pandemic times, virtual onboarding. Those of you not seen our execs, let me take introducing them too. Nachiket Deshpande, Chief Operating Officer, board member, and he doesn't need introduction. He is going to be LTI Mindtree, and of course, there are several communications happen. Mr. BSS on the other side, the man who sponsored this place, and I'm sure he'll be proud today to see all the facilities is coming, and of course his team behind him who's been supporting. Thank you so much, guys. And let me introduce the most important, Amarnath Atmakuri, CRO, part of the IT Telangana, and he's been helping us in many things within the city. And more so, thank you so much, and I hate to say that, but we just gave a 2-3 days time. Thank you so much for organizing this and getting Minister sir and Principal Secretary sir. I know we're starting little early, naturally he couldn't get it. Let me also invite Sumit Madhur. Sumit, please come on the stage. Sumit is Vice President and Country Head for ServiceNow. ServiceNow is our neighbor. ServiceNow is a client, partner, and he's a good friend. We're working in HitecCity together. Thank you so much, Sumit, coming here. And the most important person I missed to introduce, and for me to continue the job here, Mr. Manoj Shekhar Khane. Our CHRO. Thank you, Manoj. And I'm sure after seeing this, he's counting how to increase the headcount here. You will definitely see. And the numbers I'm going to talk about, I'm sure you'll have a lot of work to do for us. So those of you have seen December last year, we kickstarted one more building. We inaugurated that building. Thank you so much for everyone. And in less than very short time, we doubled. And thanks to the Mindtree partners, they've been in the last 2-3 years doubled. So we are going in a rapid growth here. And the way, pace with which we are going, hopefully we'll take this entire building. I'm sure it's a music to ears to our big boss, Mr. SNS and AVN, if we take this whole building. So what is the purpose of today, guys? Yeah, thank you so much. We are the second largest center. That's nice to hear. So just to give a quick context before I pass it to the dignitaries for today, this is going to be state-of-the-art facility. As the branding is there, we slowed down some of them, but from this week, branding started. Our digital experience center is going to come. This is the place going to be for our phosphor, which is probably we are only global company having phosphor as a product. This is the place going to be. So you will enjoy a lot of these things and we'll see. We are not just an SI, we are going to be. And I'll let Nachiket do the honors in briefing us through that. Without any further ado, may I request Nachiket to say a few words about meeting today and what's in store for us. And also hopefully we impressed him enough so that he'll give more investments, which he promised last year he did.
Honorable Minister, CRO and my fellow friends, and with let me add my welcome to all of you as well for today. And really, very proud moment for us. It was, as Jit said, probably 8-9 months ago, we inaugurated our first facility in Hyderabad, and that time we had talked about actually increasing our strength rapidly. And I think, but the numbers that KG, Jit and Amar has managed is even more astonishing. And as Jit said, as on today, I think we are 16,000 people strong in Hyderabad as LTI Mindtree. And also, as said, Hyderabad is now our second largest center after Bangalore, and not too far off from Bangalore. So maybe, same time next year, this will be our largest center as we, if we keep up the pace. And already I think those of my colleagues, as we were walking around, at least 60% of them have already shown interest to move to Hyderabad. So, you will have a few more friends as well. And I think it's not just about the size, it's also a lot of unique capabilities that we're building in this center together. It is going to be one of the sort of leading cutting-edge center for us at LTI Mindtree in terms of technologies and the partnerships and the products and the IPs that we are working on. So really looking forward to not just the growth in numbers, but looking forward to a lot of interesting capability and a lot of differentiating capability for LTI Mindtree as we go along. So really thank you for all of you as well to making this possible, and really looking forward to even bigger gathering next time we get together for similar occasion. Thank you.
Just would like to thank Mr. KTR, who wanted that some of the remote places in Telangana are developed well. And we have promised that we will set up a center in Warangal. And that is the reality, Mr. KTR. By end of next month, all the interiors will be done. It will be operational from January. And we're going to come and meet you. If possible, we'll invite you to that center as well, if it is convenient for you. Thank you.
చాలా రోజుల నుంచి ఇక్కడ పనిచేస్తున్నారు కదా so thank you so much Nachiket. Just to add a few more points to what KG talked about, we're also now working with the industry partners with HICA and ASCOM, CS and others. We're also taking from a diversity, and particularly in terms of the people who are looking from a tribal areas, people who are looking PWDD and many others. Yesterday we formally launched at Hyderabad level HICA a Udon project, Udon, which is about giving wings to the people who are deprived. And thanks to, again, Telangana government, particularly Divya Devarajan, Ronald Russ, who inaugurated, and hopefully not just LTI, but I'm sure there are many partners who joined there, Qualcomm, ServiceNow, Microsoft, and many others. And by the time next time, hopefully when we start in Warangal, we'll be able to go to those places and make sure people with those different backgrounds are employable, and IT industry is really able to take forward. I'm sure I have not found that level of support from government in any other places than what we are. And I'm sure there will be a lot of volunteering opportunities, guys. It's not just the money, and I'm sure each of us can do a lot more there in really taking those people who are orphans and tribals. Without further ado, today is the most important session for us. Honorable Minister, KTR Garu, people love your 1-minute elevator pitches as well as your long speeches. We would like to hear both today because we would like to go there.
Thank you. I know I'm in between you and your lunch, so I don't think they'll like the long speech. As it is, they've come with great difficulty to work. Chala kashtapada vacharu kada anaki? Nachiket, thank you. Thank you for joining us. Manoj, Sumit, BSS, of course, my colleague Amar, Jeet, Krishna, to the entire family of LTMI. Firstly, I needed some clarification. Is this an arranged marriage or love marriage? It's an arranged love marriage is how Nachiket puts it. So, thoda dikkat hoga initially. So, I think for this to take shape and, for things to start rolling like, good old days, I think it'll be a bit in terms of time, but I truly, truly admire the fact that you're 16,000. I think that deserves a big, big round of applause. 16,000 in Hyderabad alone. Is that right? In Hyderabad alone, right? In Hyderabad, you're 16,000, which is a large number. But, before I could actually complain, thank you, Krishna, for ensuring that, my complaint was because as soon as I walked in, because I remember my last meeting with Debashish Chatterjee, your Mindtree CEO, and I had requested him, and also SNS, of course, that we need to start taking IT to tier 2 towns. Because it's, while the tier 1 metros are important, like Hyderabad, Bangalore, Bombay, and others, I only added Bombay because you're here. I actually don't care much for Bombay.
Bombay is the birthplace of IT.
Kaun si duniya mein hai, dost? So, while metros are important, while big cities are important, I think what's more important is the smaller towns. Because as operations expand, as entities grow, the one thing we keep witnessing, if you look all around your building here, is infrastructure and how governments really have to strive to ensure that all of you reach office on time, go home safely, most importantly. So what happens is that puts a tremendous burden on urban infrastructure. As a result, today, if you look around in the country, there is not a single metro which can claim that, they have basically done more than what is needed. Even Hyderabad, while we have a lot of flyovers, underpasses, a beautiful, metro, in spite of all this, it's a challenge to make people move away from cars and private vehicles to, start using public transport, etc. So what I've been pitching over the last 7-8 years is we need to start looking at tier 2 towns like Warangal, Karimnagar, Nizamabad, Khammam, Mehboob-nagar, Nalgonda, Adilabad. The reason why I say this is because Nachiket and Manoj, more importantly, because HR needs to sign off on this. What will happen and what should happen going forward is, from a state perspective, we are investing heavy money into building plug-and-play infrastructure in tier 2 towns. In fact, all the towns that I just mentioned, we have built plug-and-play infrastructure so that some functions, not all need to be done in Hyderabad. The high end of the spectrum should be done here. The higher value work can be done here. But there's plenty of work that can be pushed to tier 2 towns. Because if you look at the trends in the industry, if you look at the trends everywhere in the world, not just in India, you'll realize that attrition is growing in the larger metros. So if you want to stay alive, if you want to stay competitive, I think the smaller town boys and girls, they have more fire in their belly. They don't want to move to Bangalore and Hyderabad and all the big metros unless there is a compulsive need. So given an opportunity, each of these towns has multiple engineering colleges, multiple very, very professional degree colleges, and like I said,
most importantly, the tier 2, tier 3 town boys, actually boys and girls, have more fire in their belly. They have a point to prove, not just to themselves, but to the rest of the world as well. They want to compete on an even keel with the rest of metros. So my humble request, while I'm thankful for Warangal, we need to start looking further. We need to start looking down the road as well. The reason why I say this again is, pandemic has shown us very clearly, it doesn't matter where you work from. Not a single day down in terms of service levels, in terms of goals to be met, in terms of metrics to be achieved. No matter where we were working from, I think we all contributed immensely. Governments also worked from home. Governments also have dealt with citizens in a virtual world. And so have employees. I think all of you who are working from home, juggling multiple responsibilities, especially the girls, I think, who are married, you must have juggled many, many responsibilities at home, taking care of the children, the home, and also working. So what the pandemic has really shown us is a mirror. The fact that things can be done very, very efficiently with the same service levels being met, no matter where you work from. So all the more reason why we need to start looking at smaller towns, why we need to start looking at tier 2 towns, why you need to start latching on to the opportunity the government is providing. We are incentivizing you to move to tier 2 towns. I'm not saying all of you. There's plenty of growth opportunity. There's plenty of sectors in which we can do more in the tier 2 towns. So I humbly request both Nachiket, Manoj to start looking at tier 2 towns and start taking this opportunity more seriously. A company like Zoho, for example, has actually taken coding all the way to villages. Some of the programmers, key programmers of Zoho actually work from villages, not even from small towns. So that goes to show you that there are enough talented people out there who can actually contribute to your growth story. Now, L&T Metro, I think you also should make one more thing which is mandatory. You should ask all your employees to definitely take Metro. I think that will help the city as well. But most importantly, you should make it free for them. Right? See, the applause tells you. You should talk to SNS. You should talk.
First one will be easy to implement.
I know. First one itna आसान नहीं है. अगर मुफ्त करोगे तो चलेंगे, वरना कोई नहीं जाएगा. The thing is, the metro station is not too far from where we are. It's the Rai Durgam Mindspace Junction is not far from here. Amar was just telling me that, the last mile is the challenge. Once you get down from metro, to make it to your workplace without any hassle, without being worried about, because most of us are on the phone anyway. Even while walking, we are on the phone. Even while showering, some people are on the phone. It's strange, but yes. The point is, we need to also be conscious of the, not figuratively, but literally speaking, the pitfalls. So on the footpaths need to be safe, the roads need to be safe, there need to be foot-over bridges or possibly a beautiful skywalk like what Raheja has done in their vicinity. So if you guys come forward, if the rest of the tenants in this building also come forward, I'm happy to create a nice skywalk right from your metro station into the building. That should help you. Because I'm sure most of you are counting your steps every day. That will also help the steps, let me tell you. So instead of taking your cars, instead of driving all the way from different parts of the town, I think it's best you latch onto metro, get in, get out, and fly back home in a time-bound manner. That will also help me as Urban Development Minister. While we are adding number of flyovers all around you, if you look around the building's glass facade here, you will see that 2 more flyovers are ready. In fact, one will be inaugurated in the next 10-15 days. It will take you straight to the expressway. So for Juluri, where is he? It will be Amar, for him it will be very, very easy. He has to go to Mokila, so he just has to get onto the expressway and drive all the way to Mokila. Likewise, we are also adding a couple more. In Kondapur, there is another flyover which is long pending actually, coming up also. Along with that, we are also planning a very interesting project, the elevated bus rapid transport system, all the way from Nizampet to the financial district and Kokapet as well. So that might take a couple of years. But the fact is, this is a government, unlike other cities, other towns, which has been progressive, which has been forward-thinking in terms of the infrastructure needs, keeping in pace with the city's growing stature. So therefore, I thank the management team of LTMI for doing the launch here and choosing this place. Most importantly, I do hope that you continue to grow, because एक बार हैदराबाद से अगर प्यार हो गया ना, तो you will not fall out of it. That much I can tell you. Because I've seen it enough. Lot of times I see people from Delhi, Kolkata, and other places, Bombay, who come here. Once you experience Hyderabad, and even Bangalore for that matter, once you experience Hyderabad, there's no going back. So therefore, my humble request to you, keep up the pace of the growth. This is a very forward-thinking, forward-looking, very progressive government. We'll give you all support. Amar is your single point of contact. My principal secretary, who's, I'm sure, somewhere promoting the state and getting more business. He's also a very, very progressive man. So my humble request, keep adding more. We'll keep adding more infrastructure. You keep adding more people. And we look forward to your continued growth. Wish the entire family of LTMI a wonderful, wonderful, next few years ahead, because this is a new marriage, new merger. So I'm sure there's going to be some cultural, integration that needs to happen. So I wish you all the very best. Jai Telangana. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. I think what me, KG, Prasad, and Amar thought to put a big memorandum of things to Nachiket, you already covered for us. Thank you so much. First of all, I think some of the key things which we just started, probably I think some of our colleagues like BSS will be super excited. Walking more steps for every 40-50 kilometers, we actually plant a tree. So more number of associates or employees or minds are walking. I'm sure he's going to be busy in planting more and more trees. The second thing is, I think we take it seriously. We just, as I said, we're taking in terms of going back to that. We realized yesterday we met a lot of other partners. Their attrition and retention rates, you have to say 98.5% retention rate when you go to the Nalgonda district, Adilabad district, when you're taking some of the girls. And actually, it's not just giving a job, you're changing the entire livelihood. We were all super impressed with that. I'm sure we will be one of the first batch who will join that and take to some of the roles to get this. And we're also hoping, we will join that. Oh, come on, guys. And we have our Warangal boy also will join, and hopefully we'll drop him there from Mogulaiah to Warangal. No, absolutely. And also want to take the stage to announce Mr. Jayesh Ranjan Garu. Today he could not make it because of, but he's been a big well-wisher and he's been supporting and he's been giving us all the right connects that are required, whether it's connecting with Task to get some support, whether it's connecting with other partners like T-Hub. Last year we have a memorandum of understanding with ISB in terms of how do you drive the digital index. And now we are trying to tie up with the IIIT and Mahindra Business School in terms of how do we collaborate. I think you cannot find a better place than this. Sorry if I'm selling too much, but Nachiket, but in terms of the T-Hub, which is next door, in terms of our partners like ServiceNow, Microsoft, and bunch of others here, and educational institutes, we can't find, and I'm sure with a little more of our aggression, if we can continue, I'm sure there is a lot more for each of us as careers here. Once again, thank you so much, KTR Garu, for taking time and being here. And with that, may I request Sumit to say a few words. Thanks for coming.
Absolutely. So, KTR Garu, thank you. Thank you, Nachiket. Thank you, all the leaders of LTI Mindtree. First of all, congratulations on this acquisition. Even though KTR Garu said it's going to be a difficult first few months, but I think we are all rooting for you, being a partner with you guys for over the years, and hopefully this will be 1 + 1 = 11 for your customers, for your employees, and for everybody else. So we have been right down the road, and thanks to Jay, there's been a great partnership. Like KTR Garu was alluding, we have invested 70 to 75% of our employee base in India is Hyderabad, right? And like I say to my global executives, right? Hyderabad grows with the support of the government, and the other city despite the government, right? That's the reality. To what KTR Garu said, that if once you come here, you fall in love. I grew up in Delhi. I've been living in Hyderabad for over 15 years, right? And can't go back. And the investments that we have made is been all around Hyderabad, because not only because of the infrastructure and the livability of the city, is because increasingly the talent that's available in Hyderabad is world-class and none to others, right? The way we grow is when we build world-class products, and for that it's not only engineering talent, it's the product management, it's the UX designers, it's the researchers, AI, ML, And all that is one place that you can find is in Hyderabad. So we invest significantly in growing in Hyderabad over the period of time. To other part that you, KTR Garu, that you spoke about, the metros and the last mile connectivity, all of us are trying to solve that problem individually, like by running shuttles and things like that, right? So that, the last mile connectivity will really help. Absolutely, right. So lastly, thank you very much, and I really look forward to increased partnership with LTI, Nachiket, and we do a lot with you guys and continue to do that. And by growing this ecosystem in Hyderabad and the work that Jit and others have done with Project Udan that got launched yesterday. So thank you very much and best of luck.
I know most of the speakers talking about arranged marriage, love marriage, so let me take a talk. My KG, Prasad, and Amar and myself, we're already arranged love. We are beyond love, beyond arranged now. Yeah, beyond all that. No, there are a lot of common interests we found. Yeah. What to say? Yeah, quickly switching into Telugu. Tittukotam దగ్గర నుంచి మొదలు పెట్టాం, which means we started cursing each other, scolding, so now we became good friends. So in a way, I think nothing to worry. I think we became good friends, and I found why we are not interacting in the past. So thanks, finally integration happened. Otherwise, we could have done many things before. Without any further ado, so without any further ado, thank you so much, and this has been a phenomenal, and I think we can start working. Tomorrow is a Saturday, but still, Mr. KG said, Dvitiya Vignam Undakodadu, Telugulo, which means the second day you shouldn't miss. Ledandi chepparu. Because second day, some of us will come and we will enjoy more to enjoy the facilities, and I'm sure from Monday onwards, we will take forward. Once again, on behalf of LTI Mindtree Management, I sincerely thank KTR Garu for coming all the way here and spending time with us, and I really appreciate. And Amar, thank you so much. If you can pass our sincere wishes to Mr. Jayesh Ranjan Garu. We really missed him, but hopefully next time in the Warangal or even other locations, we'll get all three of you and take it forward. Thank you so much.